We need to know the past to understand our present and future. We go back beyond anything that ever was and begin before anything has happened.
It appears now that children's puppetry is the puppetry, which is not. It is a part. Learning about the history of puppetry is such a important but way not complete part of puppetry. There is much more. I would say there were, in the beginning of the 20th century, especially in the Russian after revolution period, when puppetry was exploited for propaganda purposes. So was in Europe, so was in mid-ages, when puppetry was prosecuted and then brought back and to tell the stories of the nativity, for example. So that's the history of puppetry. It was never just a children's theater, although kids obviously like to tell stories with little toys.
You have to think when you watch something, and actually in our shows we're trying to keep these rules too. We have Kolobok, for example. It's a Russian version of the Gingerbread Man story. Simple, musical, big puppets, and 2 live actors. And actually it's for so little children's story, for this Gingerbread Man story. But we have a lot of adults, only adults, without children, coming to this show. Children can see whatever they can see, right? And adults can understand more.
One is evil. He is anger, envy, greed. The other is good. He is joy, peace, love. They always fight, those wolves. They always fight. You can ask me which wolf will win. The one you feed.
Puppets, they are not pretending like actors, because actors, they're supposed to, let's say, pretend. Yeah, to have something on the stage, character. But puppets, they're not supposed to. The puppets already created somebody. And sometimes I know that puppet can tell you more than actor.
Just like how you try to bring a puppet to life and give it a personality, it has its own personality to work with, just like you would with your different strengths and weaknesses. A lot of the shows here have to do with different folk tales or fairy tales that celebrate a culture or a people. Apart from the stories and the craft of the puppets, which is great, you're also kind of paying honor to a very old tradition, because it's important for those things to kind of live, to be present and alive in people's life today.
We all were born as puppeteers. That's why all the kids can easily animate any objects. When we grew up, we got busy with so many different things, we forgot how to do that. That's why when adults come to puppet theater and all of a sudden become consumed by the story, just like kids, it is because we have this ability inside and it's awakened now. And I would suggest, don't let it sleep.